Hey guys, Chris, your Dark Avenger here with this isn't going to be labeled as a part 1 video, but technically it's like a part 1 video of 3. As you guys know, San Diego Comic-Con happened this past summer. A lot of interesting things came out, a lot of collector's edition stuff was released, figure and toy wise. Got 3 things. The thing I'm reviewing today is not directly from San Diego Comic-Con, but it was introduced at San Diego Comic-Con and then released into stores and the mass media. This specific thing was released in stores. The original thing was $120 on the internet, and I was not willing to spend 120 bucks on any type of toy. So, long story short, I paid less than half of the asking price, way less than half, I'd say, in about approximately like 40 bucks, and I got it off of Amazon, dirt cheap almost. What I'm talking about is this huge box right here, the Marvel Universe, I want to say, Collector's Sentinel. It is a 16-inch figure, and it comes with a Wolverine, a 3.5-inch or 4-inch figure. Open case, as you guys can see, it opens up like that. I already took my Sentinel out. Nice artwork on this piece over here. The back art is basically the same thing, only with figures instead of the animation. It's a beautiful display box. For those of you collectors who don't want to take it out, it's a beautiful display box. No need to take it out. Me, I like to display my stuff. Only reason I got this was because I was a huge X-Men fan when growing up as a kid. Watched the X-Men series back in the early 90s, and the first episode had the Sentinels in it. Now the Comic-Con collectors, the Comic-Con limited edition one was the colors from the animated series, the purple and tan. Look, financial problems, you know, not exactly the richest person in the world, so I got this. This is what it is out of the package. Actually, the one from Comic-Con was the traditional tan, silver, and purple, but it didn't come with a 3.5-inch figure. This one actually did come with a 3.5-inch figure. The colors are more preferred in my opinion. I like the blue-silver combo a lot better than the purple-tan combo. Yeah, I don't care. Anything that's less than 50 bucks compared to the other one that's more than 100 bucks. Yeah, this is what I'm going for. This figure is basically going to be like a little shelf decoration. It's really not. It's not going to be with my Sentinel when I actually find a place for it. So you get a little tiny 3.5-inch figure. It's itty bitty, and I never really was a huge 3.5-inch figure fan. Most of my figures and statues and stuff are basically 7.5 to 8. You know, the standard size, like the Marvel Select or the DC Direct. I rarely get like tiny itty bitty 3.5-inch to 4-inch figures. Honestly, most of my figures are Superman anyway, so yeah. Now I'm getting into other types of things for display purposes and everything else. Articulation is, you have the waist, it can turn side to side, cannot bend forward. It can bend forward with the knee. It has knee joints. It has ankle pivot, sort of. It's pretty stiff because it's pretty brand new. I just got it today. Wrist, forearm, elbow joints. You can have the elbow, top of the elbow. Head can do a full 360. Can't look directly up. It can do a minor yes and a no, but that's about it. The head does come off. I've seen several people do it on their their reviews of the figure. I'm not pulling my figure's head off. If you want to see somebody pull off their head of their Sentinel, go right ahead and check it out. I like the detailed scratches on the plastic. I like the numbering. This is also something that's not on the Comic-Con Sentinel. Runs on 3 AA batteries. Yes, it has a over 20 phrases, the Sentinel says. Yeah, and the eyes light up. You guys just heard the voice. Soft plastic on these what do you call it, the shoulder pads. That's the only problem I have, because I originally wanted to make it look like my Sentinel would be holding up my shelf, but you guys know it's soft plastic. If you leave it in a certain position long enough, if you ever decide to put your arm down, this plastic will stay in this position. And to keep the soft plastic in the position that it came in, I'm apparently not going to be able to do what I originally wanted to do with the Sentinel. So probably just going to have him as a standing Sentinel. I don't know where I'm going to put him, though. He's pretty tall. This is the first 16-inch figure I have ever purchased. Like I said, once again, the main reason I bought the Sentinel was because growing up, watching the X-Men cartoon, this guy was one of the hugest things that I enjoyed watching the X-Men rip apart. And it never came solo. There was always like a group of Sentinels. But I just was not willing to spend like $100 and something on a group of Sentinels. One is more than enough. Seeing this on the shelves, I had to grab one. If for nothing more, because I am a huge X-Men fan. There was a Build-A-Figure Sentinel, which, good luck finding that. And there was another type of Sentinel, but I heard that one was... There were like cartoon versions of the Sentinel, which were terrible. I've seen a few of them reviewed. This one is by far the best Sentinel ever. That's why I didn't even hesitate to get my hands on one of these. Any X-Men fan who collects like certain things for display purposes should get this. If you haven't got it, I'm sure any X-Men fan who went to San Diego Comic-Con walked out with at least one of the collector's edition ones. So it's nice shelf, what do you call it? It's nice for your shelves or for display purposes. Or if you like doing displays with figures or certain types of statues, this is a perfect one, especially if you have a lot of 3.5-inch X-Men figures. This would be a perfect centerpiece, or 3 of these, because usually the Sentinels came in sets of 3, when it was in the cartoon at least. 3 of these surrounding the X-Men with a nice little background would be literally perfect. I'd love to see, I can't wait to see some people doing, I know they do it on the internet and they post it up. I can't wait to see a nice scene with these figures because they are absolutely phenomenal. The only other figure that actually scales up to this is the Marvel Universe Galactus figure, which also has a voice box and literally comes head to head with the Sentinel, the crown being about maybe this much taller. So it's maybe an inch taller, but that's only because of the crown. I'm not a huge Galactus fan, that's why I don't have Galactus. Will I get Galactus? Possibly. At some point. I really don't know. It depends on shelf space, it depends on display purposes and everything else. Right now, I had to get my hands on at least this. This is the 90s worth of X-Men. And in the comic books, huge. In the X-Men, in Schism right now, the Sentinels are coming back, as a matter of fact. I'm hoping that at some point the Sentinels make a huge comeback in the Marvel U, because they were a huge enemy of the X-Men and mutant kind. I hope they come back. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing more Sentinels as time goes on. And so that's really it. I just wanted to update you guys. There are still 2 more things that are coming directly from San Diego Comic-Con. I have some friends who were there and got me a few things. Well, one of the things I got from a friend. The other one I actually had to go on Amazon and purchase. So it wasn't that pricey. It was a pretty cheap thing. So when they come in the mail, you guys will be the first ones to see the videos. I was going to do an unboxing of all 3, but I was not about to shoot a video of unboxing this early in the morning, like super early in the morning. So yeah, I unboxed and decided to just do a quick review of it. When I say get this, you don't even have to ask me twice. If you are an X-Men fan, the answer is an absolutely yes, especially because it's so cheap on the internet, this version, not the Comic-Con version. The Comic-Con version will run you about $120, $115 easy, unless you have a friend who went to San Diego and is willing to give it to you for the price that they were asking at San Diego Comic-Con, which was, I believe, $50 or $80. But either way, it's still pricey compared to this, which was only about $40. I don't know if the price went up now. That's why I got my hands on this ASAP. Because figures like this, as time goes on and they sell out, the price just starts to skyrocket. This baby in about another year or two is going to be worth exactly as much as the San Diego Comic-Con version, and the San Diego Comic-Con version is going to be the one that goes up. So check it out, guys. Look it up on the internet. X-Men fans, here's your Sentinel, or something that I know a lot of figure people have been asking for, a good Sentinel for a while. It's a start. I'm looking forward to seeing more X-Men stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing more bigger, more tall figures. Alright guys, so I'll see you guys soon in another video. Later.